Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Asgardians and mutants alike. Welcome to another Liam Maiden gameplay video. Back with more Marvel Strike Force today. Now, as you may be aware, it is the Cosmic Crucible pre-season, which is basically we get a kind of preview of Cosmic Crucible and what it's all about. Now, this is the new game mode that has come to Marvel Strike Force. It sort of seems like it is, if you're used to playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, which of course is the other game that I mostly play, the other mobile game, it's kind of like the Grand Arena for Marvel Strike Force. So this is the pre-season, our very first look at it, our first go at kind of fighting through the challenges and seeing how this works. It's met with some interesting reactions so far that I've seen from people in the game, especially people in my alliance. So this is just my first take on it. Going to see how it goes as I fight through this first challenge here. Be very keen to hear your thoughts and comments down below. So it looks like I'm against Commander Blunt today, and that they have already scored over 50,000 points, 50,181 points. And this is kind of the map here. So the first round is against Commander Blunt, and then I'm going to kind of move through these other rounds, assuming that I win, of course. So let's take a look. Let's go into this first node here, this first lane, and see what we're up against with Commander Blunt's defensive teams. Let's see what they have laid down. Okay, so these are the kind of 6 stages. Every node has got 6 stages to it, so you lay down 6 defensive teams, your opponent lays down 6 defensive teams, and then you need at least 6 offensive teams to get through, though it looks like you can attack up to 3 times. So potentially you could kind of max out your roster here trying to get through, and the various different rooms have these various different effects that are in place, bonuses for defenders, and effects, universal effects that affect the attacking squads as well. Now, how do I find, there we go. Okay, so this is all new to me, so I'm trying to work out how I see the points, how I see I did on defense. So there, looks like Overkill kind of used Sinister Six, Crossbones, and Eternals to just go straight through my Marauders right there, all the way through, and he got over 8,000 points for that. Wow, so it was a very convincing victory there. Stage 2, he then used his kind of Marauders there, but with Wolverine to get through my Sinister Six. Node 3, so this is a little clunky, but he used his Asgardians to get through my Aimtron there very convincingly. Again, seems to be getting consistently over 8,000 points per node for a single attack. Infinity Watch he used there, plus Ghost Rider to get through my Axemen. Let's check out this next one here. Stage 5, so he used his Sinister Six to get through my Asgardians, so a lot of similar teams here. And then finally, I just threw in Wakandans just to give them a shot. I haven't powered them up, and he was able to cut through those very easily. Looks like he used Eternals there. So this, my first thought is this is a little clunky. There's more kind of button pushing involved here than there is in Galaxy of Heroes Grand Arena, just to see, you know, who scored what and how well you've done on defense. So I'm not sure I'm a super fan of having to click on the results to see how this has gone. That is a little clunky for my liking, but other than that, it's pretty good, pretty clear what I've got to do. There's no, one thing obviously is that there's no kind of secret teams here, right? So in Grand Arena, you have to get through the first territories before you open up the ones behind it. Here it looks like I can attack any territory in any order, and I can see them all. So let's take a look. So he's put Defender, Heroes for Hire rather, up there. Let's check out the, oh sorry, this is the Symbiote room that I've clicked on. So defending characters gain 20 health and 10 damage. All characters' turns that character has speed up. All positive effects are cleared and they get slow and trauma. So I think I'm just going to try Symbiotes first. I'm going to attack this one out of the box to see how we do. And I want to try and avoid squads that have speed up, I guess. So it's weird they didn't show me the full power of the team there. Maybe I could see that back on that previous menu. No, I think I'm going to use Web Warriors. I think I'm going to throw, oh, there you go. So 470. Okay, so I'm way overpowered there with 521. Although they do have that bonus, I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's give this a shot. Kind of random maybe to start at Territory 4, but why not? I think, you know, it's difficult. I know that I haven't thrown down any of kind of my meta teams on defense here because I wanted to save them for offense. And he hasn't thrown down Wakandans at all. So I think it's going to be interesting to see the kind of teams people use. So straight out the box with that, they're able to outrun me there because of the speed effect that we've got operating on this particular node here. But I still think we're gonna do this, and generally speaking, we are gonna outrun the symbiotes with this Spidey squad. So we want to take out Anti-Venom first, obviously, to stop him from resurrecting members of this team, bring the other symbiotes back to life. It doesn't look like we're going to have too much difficulty doing that, except there are a lot of bleeds on Ghost Spider there. Oof. Oof, and she's got trauma now as well, so they're really sticking it to Spidey Gwen. That doesn't look great, but I think we can do this. Look at this. Boom. Ouch. Okay, I think I'm just going to do this. Let's just delete Anti-Venom. Boom. Thank you, Spidey. Let's see if we can drop some trauma on the enemy here. Okay, there we go. A little bit. That wasn't as effective as I had hoped. Those extra buffs on the enemy are paying dividends. Okay, so Spidey Gwen is now at kind of half health there. Got rid of that turn meter from Symbiote Spider-Man. Nice. Let's see if we can take out Carnage. Oof, so they are really... That extra defense is really beefing them up. There we go. No! Ow! Oh no! We lost Scarlet Spider. Wow, so that's going to cost us on those points there. Dang! Okay, well we did it anyway, and I do kind of like this setup here with the Living Tribunal in the background there watching. So there we go. So we get some of this currency. I see. So you get currency, the Cosmic Crucible silver currency per enemy you defeat. Wow, so this is quite different from Grand Arena in terms of the rewards. And there you go. So I got 8,349 victory points for clearing that that node there. Okay, so I think we're kind of on a par right now. If I can keep that up, we should be kind of even Steven. I couldn't find any way to look at Commander Blunt's squad. Maybe I'm just missing that, but again, it doesn't seem quite as straightforward to me as Grand Arena. So all characters' turns flip defense up, deflect, and evade on the character's allies. Interesting. So, wow, that was an odd choice to put Heroes for Hire there, because they kind of rely on... Whoa, hit the wrong button there. That's going to be annoying, having the results button at the top, actually. So they kind of rely on Luke Cage being able to give everyone defense up. So that's an odd choice, I think, putting Heroes for Hire there. Who am I going to use for this node? So they're not going to have any of their bonuses, or maybe I should go for one of the other nodes. Maybe I should save. No, I think I'm going to do it because I want to try and get through these difficult, these ones with the extra bonuses for defenders on. I think I'm just going to throw in Infinity Watch there, and they should wipe the floor with Heroes for Hire. So you can see there, I haven't saved any squads for Cosmic Crucible yet because I don't really know who I'm going to kind of rely on and if they're going to be any different than the other squads that I use. So I tend to just save most of my squads in Blitz because then I work through them when I'm in Blitz. But yeah, not got any saved in the Cosmic Crucible tab right now. Alright, so because I'm still going to try and take out Colleen Wing first, I think, because I really hate her ultimate, but this team is way less deadly when they're not in war defense. Boom, bye-bye Colleen Wing. So now I think it's going to kind of be, you know, maybe I'll just go for Iron Fist, actually, because he's looking kind of weak there. Stop his heal, but boom, there we go, bye-bye Iron Fist. Now probably Shang-Chi. Let's get rid of those debuffs, thank you. Phyla-Vell. So they are definitely taking damage. Let's get some heal up now. Switch over to Shang-Chi and get some heal up from Moondragon. Boom, there we go. That's looking a lot more, boom, a lot more robust. Here we go. Yeah, so Infinity Watch here just completely taking apart Heroes for Hire. Boom. So far, so good. So far, so good. I like that a lot. There we go. It's weird it doesn't actually show me my full score here. For the node. There we go, but 16,715 to 50,000 with Commander Blunt there. So we are getting there. So next, I think that the next most powerful squad that I can see is actually this Avengers squad here, I think. So I think I'm just going to take out, Avengers here. Yeah, I keep clicking on that results button. That is going to be very annoying. I think they need to swap those around. And I think I'm just going to throw my Secret Avengers up against them. Let's just check. So yeah, so nothing here. It's just the standard buff for Defenders. So Defenders always get that buff, but there's no special room condition. So nothing that's affecting me. So I think I'm just going to throw in, yeah, I'm just going to throw Secret Avengers in here. And again, this should be very, very easy, I think. definitely looks like my opponent here, Commander Blunt, focused on offense as well, right? Because these are not amazing defensive choices. Not that my defensive choices were amazing either, of course. Totally weren't. But I think everyone is focusing, because we don't know what to expect, so I think everyone's focusing on offense right now. You don't want to have great defense and then nothing that you can do against the enemy, because, as I understand it, just being able to get through one tier of your enemy's defenses will mean that you win. So you really do need to save, you know, in the light of kind of better strategy, you really do need to save everything you've got for offense, I think, right now. But maybe that'll change, right? Part of this being a let's see if we can get some blind here. Boom, there we go. Part of this being a pre-season trial, the kind of warm-up, is we're all trying this out, seeing how this works. So maybe they're going to change it based on how this works. Because it looks like, so Commander Blunt obviously did a full clear of my territories. Hopefully I'm going to do a full clear of his. I don't see why I shouldn't. I mean, if everyone's doing full clears, then I think that would mean there's something off, either in the way this mode is running or in the matchmaking, maybe. Boom. This has just been way too easy. Secret Avengers with Hawkeye and Black Widow just dismantling Wave 1 Avengers there. Boom. Actually, is Scarlet Witch a Wave 1 Avenger? Maybe she's not. So that was kind of Wave 1 Avengers plus Scarlet Witch. I would have put Black Widow in there. Unless he hasn't powered up Black Widow or he's saving her for something else, I would have put Black Widow in. Better synergy with Hawkeye. So in order to see how well I did, I need to go through here. Okay, I see. So I got 8,359, 8,365, so he beat me there. So this bonus turn meter thing, wow. This is really interesting, right? That's where we're sort of getting the difference in points. It's literally the number of turns it takes you. Again, that's a big difference. We don't have that in Grand Arena, right? Literally the number of turns it takes you to defeat the enemy determines the amount of points that you get. So it's very possible you could completely clear your opponent could completely clear, but they get more points because they managed to do it in fewer actual turns. So that's a completely different way to think about this. So for Web Warriors here, I'm not going to risk it, I don't think. I think I'm just going to do this. This is going to be insane overkill. Insane overkill. New Warriors Eternals here. But, you know, because we're trying to do it in as few moves as possible, if we can just take them out, boom. I mean, if that killed everyone, that'd be awesome. Oh, and it does. Boom. There we go. Well, it doesn't get better than that, right? First move, and we took them out. Excellent. Excellent. So that was overkill. What I probably should have done was not have the New Warriors in there. I don't think you can underdog. I don't think that is a possibility. So we beat him there. We beat him there in terms of the points that we got. So this is going to be very close, I think. It's going to be very close. If I get, 8,000 odd for these next two, this is going to be very close. 33,448 here. So this is characters who passively revive at 1 health, and reduce the speed bar for that character's cosmic allies. So you don't really want to be using cosmic characters. So interesting that he has put entirely cosmic characters on this node of defense. I wonder if some of these things are confusing. I think they're confusing. Let me know again what you think down below, but I think they're kind of overly, this seems a little overly designed, a little overly confusing with some of these conditions that apply to everybody there, because that really is I would swap those two around, right? You want to have the non-cosmic characters there, your Hydra characters, on the Cosmic Catastrophe one, and the time dampening one that reduces turn meter. You don't really get turn meter gain with those Kree characters that we're facing in Territory 5 there. So yeah, I would have swapped those around. So who are we gonna do here to try and get through the Kree? I guess, I don't know. This is just gonna be a random hodgepodge, I think. I've thrown Kestrel in there, but I don't really know if that is a good idea. So yeah, you can't underdog it. 3 characters right there, and I cannot click fight. So I need 5 tunes on the board. They don't all need to be 5 great tunes, of course. You could just throw in completely undeveloped people if you just wanted to use Eternals, for example. I think I'm going to take out Kestrel, though. I think I want to save her for Hydra so she can stop those minions spawning, and she's cosmic as well, so I don't want her to be affected by the negative conditions on this node. That is a random team. That is one random team right there. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, here we go. So far, so good. I guess I want to take out Minerva. That's the kind of standard target on this one here. Boom, boom. Bye-bye, Minerva. Okay. No need to even discuss that. But I was thinking with the revive, but does her revive count as a passive revive? Probably not. That's probably more for Infinity Watch, right? Because her revive is actually one of her abilities. So let's take out Ronan. Boom. There. Okay. So there we go. Boom. Very nicely done. So that worked out. Random team, but very, very effective. Everyone played their part there. Thank you, guys. Wow, so this has actually been very straightforward and very, very quick so far. This is annoying that it resets you right back to the beginning, the Territory 1 at the beginning there. Oh, so we beat him there. 3 points in it. We beat him by 3 points on Cosmic Catastrophe. It could come down, look at this, 41,815 to 50,181. It could come down to as little as that. If we also, so he got 8,364 points on this final node. So if we do as good as him, we're going to win by 3. If we do a little better, we can maybe beat this. Now, who am I going to throw? So there's a lot of minions here. So I think, actually, what I normally do is I use power armor. I think I will use some power armor characters, but just because we're going to be facing a bunch of minions, I think I'm going to throw in Zemo, and then, so we're going to use Kestrel to stop Red Skull from calling in any summon minions, and I think I'm probably just going to throw in the rest of power armor, which is what and then yeah, we'll just throw in Ironheart because we can't get the turn meter gain from Falcon. So yeah, let's do this. I normally use power armor to cut through Red Skull and Hydra minions just because the extra attacks on War Machine can just really decimate them because everyone's getting attacked. I'm going to try and take out Baron Zemo first. Boom, there we go. Okay, so we are cutting through this. Kestrel, do your thing. Boom. Okay. There we go. Boom. Full clear. There we go. So fingers crossed. That was very, very quick, very impressive. Only 3 moves. So hopefully that is enough. Boom. 6 points. 6 points, ladies and gentlemen. 50,187 to 50,181. 6 points in it. That's kind of crazy. Do I want to read through and remind myself all the conditions that you know, all the ways you get points? I don't know that I do right now. Have a read of this if you haven't looked through it. It is kind of complicated. Again, this just feels kind of overly designed to me. Overly complicated and overly designed. There's something about Grand Arena that's kind of elegant in its simplicity. And I totally see why they introduced this. I'm actually pleased they introduced it. And I'm not just saying that because I've won this first round here. But this entire thing seems a little overly complicated to me. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. From what I've seen, other videos out there, and other people in my alliance, some of the comments people have been making, people aren't that impressed with it overall. Maybe it's just because I'm coming to it from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and Grand Arena there, but it does seem like an interesting new game mode to me. I just think it seems overly complicated. So this is strange, right? So obviously we've not had any final results yet, so we've all just got 0 victory points there. So I guess it's going to wait until the rounds actually finish, the timers run out, and it tots up everyone's points before it puts us in order there. But okay, so the leagues are coming soon, so we can't look at that yet. So it's a little weird that you can't check out your opponent's roster, especially because they are going to use overall power to determine the victor if there's a draw, which again, I think they do that the wrong way around in Galaxy of Heroes too. I think it should be the person with the lower overall power on their roster that wins if they've managed to get the same amount of points as the person with the higher power. Surely that makes sense. But I don't know, for some reason they always go with the higher power. I guess they're trying to reward that spend, right? Keep your roster high, give them that money. But yeah, other than that, some things that I think are a little difficult to access. So I did think it was clunky working out, having to see how you did on defense. I kept hitting the wrong button when I was trying to attack. I kept hitting results. and I think it's a little weird that you can't look at your opponent's roster. Other than that, there may be just teething issues. I think we do have to see how everybody does, because if everyone in my ranking here gets 50,000 points, then maybe there's an issue here, right? They need to do something to shake that up, because it should be kind of harder than that. But we'll see as we move through. I don't think I'm going to make a video for all 6 stages here. I think that might be a little bit of overkill, but I probably will come back in and check in with you guys a little later in the process to let you know how I'm getting on and how my thoughts, you know, if anything's changed in my thinking, how I'm feeling about Cosmic Crucible as things continue and we get nearer to the end of this pre-trial contest. But please let me know how you're doing down below. Did you also get 50,000 points? And what do you think of Cosmic Crucible? Are you interested in it? Not interested in it? Is it going to inspire you to invest in Wakandans? And there's another team that have an advantage here. I'm totally blanking on it right now. But, you know, teams that have that advantage in Cosmic Crucible, or not really. You're just going to carry on focusing on other areas of the game. If you do well in this, you do. If you don't, you don't. Let me know down below. Very keen to hear your thoughts and comments. What you think of the setup, what you think of the, you know, the kind of conditions that they've put on it, how easy it is to navigate. Just any thoughts and comments about Cosmic Crucible, let me know down below. Always happy to hear them. Well, that is all from me today. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey. If you have enjoyed this video, found it informative or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up down below. I really do appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And hey, while you're here, why not consider subscribing to Liam Aiden Gameplay? I drop new gameplay videos for Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes every single week, and I would love to have you along for the ride. Also, a great way to keep up on my progress through Cosmic Crucible by subscribing to the channel with notifications on so you know when I drop a new video. Well, that is all from me today. I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, look after each other.